Hi Bonnie, this is tmccoubrey here with Prime Mercedes-Benz and Airstream in Scarborough, Maine. I wanted to put this video together for you on the 2016 Airstream Grand Tour that you're going to be taking delivery of here shortly. So I'm going to walk around the outside, kind of go over the important bits on the outside, and then I'm going to go on the inside and go over the important features and how to work everything in there as well. So we can start right up front here. You will just kind of follow me along as we go around the outside. So first, 2016 Airstream Interstate in iridium silver. That is the paint color. As we come down the sides, you'll see, we'll go inside in just a second, but as we open this, you'll see the automatic stair comes out. We do have a screen door here as well that closes. Really nice in the summertime. You can close that and keep the bugs out while still being able to open some vents and fans. Gets really nice airflow through there. To keep this step out, we do have a step hold button, which I will turn on right now so that as we open and close the door, the stair stays out, just in case you don't remember to wait for the stair to come out. It's already there, so you don't fall out. Then as we come around, we will see our first little cubby holes here are right on the side. They are hookups for coax, so cable. It looks like a 12-volt hookup as well, and then two plugs on this side. Right below those is actually your hookup for all your propane. So this is your propane fill, your access to all your turn on and off your propane, and then fill it up all from right here. So as we come around the rear, well actually we can go up, pan up here for a second. You'll see we do have the awning. I can show you how to use that as well. The controls are underneath the passenger seat, as well as a patio light right here on the side, right above the window, give you a little bit of light on the outside of the vehicle. Another thing I like to point out is all the sensors along the back here. We do have backup sensors, so as you're backing up to something, it does give you a distance indicator up front. I'll show you that. Go inside. So the back doors, really cool feature with these back doors. You can just let them come open to right there and they'll stay. There's a little handle right here to open this side, and it all stays open. Another really cool thing, if you want these to open all the way, you just pull it back in a little bit, lift this out, and then this will actually magnet right to the side of the van, allowing it to stay wide open. We have a bug screen right here. It'll actually come down, so if you are in a place where you can kind of leave your doors open, you can drop the screen, really have a really nice cross breeze in here. While we're back here, I like to point out, so we've got like your hookup for your power. So this is shore power. This is for auxiliary propane grill. So you can hook up a grill outside and use the propane right in the unit itself. This is for the outdoor shower. Does come with a hose handle, so if you've running hot and cold water outside, so you can just hook this up. I'll show you where, and you can actually use that outside as well. So if you need to wash anything down. And the headrests, the reason the headrests are off is because I'm going to show you how the bed works, but the headrests just kind of pop back in here when you need them. But to use the bed, we do need to pull this out and undo these, and this all comes down. You've got another one on the other side. Undo that. This comes down like that. You don't want to sit on this ever, but this is where your head would go, so you're fine, but you don't want to put too much weight on this one. When the bed goes down, this whole thing kind of lays right here seamlessly. But I just wanted to show you how to do that while we're back here. Makes it a little bit easier. One more thing on the back here. This little cover here does come off. That is for a there's a trailer hitch under there. So if you did need to tow anything, or if you had like a bike rack that you wanted to hook up, carry some bikes with you, you can certainly do that as well, right there. And then if it's not in use, put that cover over there. Don't have to look at an ugly trailer hitch. I do have everything open on this side, make it a little bit easier for the video. So This is our shore power hookup. We just plug in there, plug into a 30 amp outlet. There are some adapters that will drop down to your household style outlets, but this one is for the big one, but that's 30 amp. This is water, so one of your water fills is right here. There's another one up front, but this is a water fill. So we come down to this cubby. This is your wastewater management. So your black and gray tanks are dumped right through here. This is all on an automatic reel. So you just pull it out, and when you're done with it, you hit the button to reel it back in, and it all reels itself back in. There is another thing to rinse out, another inlet to rinse out your tanks with some fresh water if you'd like. Then the outdoor shower, like I said, you have hot and cold running water outside. So you can hook up that hose that I showed you earlier, and we can, you know, spray stuff off or shower outside if necessary. Nice for pets if they got dirty hiking or whatever. You can wash them off and you don't have to use cold water. If we move up here, these are the controls for the wastewater management system. So you've got your black valve, gray valve, the actual pump itself. Then we have another cable inlet right here, service lights, and then, like I said, that is all the hose itself is all on an actual reel system. So it's all right here, release and retract. When you're done, you just hit retract and it all just pulls itself back in. It's all ready to roll. Then this is another water fill. So if you just have you know, water you want to put in your tanks, you can just unscrew this and put it right in there. It's kind of like a gravity fill, so you can put that right in just like that. Then the one other door that's kind of hidden on this side is actually the fuel door. It is a diesel vehicle, so it's a V6 turbo diesel. So your access to your diesel fuel filler is right here. It's under this little door, so whenever the door is shut and locked, your fuel is actually locked as well. But while you're fueling, you don't have to leave your door open. You can shut it and fuel up with the door wide open if you need to. So that's kind of the outside of the vehicle. I'll go over some of the features and everything on the inside. All right, now we're inside the vehicle. I'm going to start on the right as you walk in the entrance here. There are a bunch of switches here. I figured I'd go over these real quick. First one, the main disconnect for the battery. So that is on right now, so that's why we have power in here. That's why we have lights and everything. So that one's the important one we want to snap on, and you'll actually see it's the little light beside it showing that your main disconnect is on. Next one is your tank heaters. So you do have heating pads on your tanks to keep them from freezing. You know, you don't want to go into super cold weather with this, but you know, if it does get cold overnight, this will help avoid any real issues. Again, you know, you don't want to get too far below freezing while using these. So this is that step hold button I was saying. So right now it is on, it's in the hold position. So if I shut the door outside, that step would stay out. But right now we have the door open just for better lighting. So, but I still have it on. So then these are your light switches here. So this is the patio light. That's the one under the awning outside that I pointed out. So if we snap that on, it turns on outside. The aisle lighting is right down at kind of foot level. So the first one's down by the step there. You'll see it turn on and off. Another one down here by my foot on the driver's side. So as we turn those on and off, you'll see they're just down, clearly down by the aisles. And then the next one is a dimmer switch. So with our ceiling lights above, overhead, with this, we can dim them a couple different brightnesses. So if you don't want it super bright in here, but do still need some light later at night, you can kind of dial those lights back a little bit, or just all the way off. So I turn them all the way up just so they're in their brightest setting. So that's kind of the controls on the entrance side. You do have a fire extinguisher below. Then I'm going to swing over to the driver's side, right in front of the entrance, for more controls for all of your electrical, your tank, your generator, all that stuff. So I'll go over this in more detail when we do the delivery of the vehicle. I'll also have a technician with us to get into real fine detail on how all this stuff works. But first is your solar. So this is battery percent remaining. We have it. We have all the lights going. We have a lot of stuff going right now with no generator plugs in. So we're using a little bit of power, but we can scroll through here and see what we're doing as far as different settings, essentially different information. The next one over is our generator. It is a propane generator. So all we have to do to start it is press and hold this button, which I'll do in a little bit to kind of show you how the microwave turns on. You do need the generator for your microwave as well as your air conditioning. So you just press and hold that button. It starts up. It's out back. And then you can use those things. Over here, when we're plugged in, so we have a couple different things here. You'll see 30 amp, 20 amp, and generator. So 30 amp is the plug, the big plug, like it's a dryer size plug, one of those bigger shore power plugs. And then on the generator side, so if we're plugged into shore power, you want that one selected. If the generator's running, it'll just actually default over to the generator. And then if you have one of those adapters that drops it from 30 to 20 amp, you want to just go over and select 20 amp. That way it's the vehicle knows what the amperage is coming in from the wall. And then right here, it tells us what we have working with all this stuff, right? So you have your hot water heater, air conditioner, coffee maker, which is a plug up under the cabinetry over by the kitchen, and then your microwave. So those things should all be lit up under 30 amp, and then under 20 amp. They'll all light up, but you can only use one or two of them at the same time. You don't want to use them all at the same time, just so you don't have any issues. Amperage wise, over here, your hot water heater, so you snap those on for electric or propane, just to get hot water. This is your inverter. Right now we're not plugged into anything. We're not using any of the big the TVs or anything, so any of the big plugs, the household style plugs, you do need the inverter on. So like if we wanted to turn the TV on when not plugged in or not running a generator, we do need to snap that on. And then over here is your tank monitoring system. So we can hit that. You'll see all of them are empty except for gray, and that's because we have some it's been winterized, so there's some antifreeze in there. And then the LP is empty. I will actually have that filled up for you before you get here. And then your batteries are over here. So your main battery is 12.6 and 12.3 on your auxiliary battery. So like I said, we'll go over that in further detail when you guys take delivery, but that's kind of a quick overview of everything in that little cabinet there. All right, so one of the cool features of the front seats here is they do swivel and face rearward. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So first thing you want to do is move the seats all the way forward. It gives you room to actually swivel them. And there's this little handle down here, right here. So this desk is up. You can fold it down. I just have it up for right now. So what you do, like if this was out of the way, you can actually stand and do this. I just figured I'd leave that up for the video. But you can just grab this, pull it towards you, spin it around, and then you do have room to move it back. And you have a little desk if you want to work from the front seat here. Or you do underneath this desk, I don't know if you can see, there's the storage place for the tabletop, and then there's a post out back that the tabletop goes on top of, and then the post actually screws right in here. And you'll see another one in the back of the vehicle, which we'll go over in a second. Actually, we'll turn this into a little dining area if you want to keep your bed set up as a bed. You can just have dinner right up here pretty easily with that table. But that is how you swap or switch the seats directions. And same thing on this side. You do have a little bit of a, or you have a little lever, same place. and spins around just the same. You want to move it forward, hit the lever, spin it, and then you got both the seats facing that way. So then we're going to move backwards now towards the back of the vehicle. Clip this back on here. So to the driver's side and passenger side. On the driver's side, the first cabinet here we do have is a big hanging cabinet. We've got some clothes hangers up there just to kind of show you that they do hang, and then a bunch of storage here. So these are movable shelves, so if you do need hanging storage, you pull these out, have jackets or whatnot in there. And then you do have some drawers that pull out. So one thing I do like mentioning on these drawers, if this is closed, they're not going to come out. So this door has to be open all the way, and they slide all the way out. Really cool thing with Airstream, they don't skimp anywhere. So these drawers actually even click into place, so they're not going to rattle around on you going down the road. They all do that. Airstream, again, the build quality. These hinges are enormous. They're there. They use these hinges for longevity purposes. And then everything you'll see, one really nice click into place, and then you've got your locks. So all of the cabinetry does have these little locks here, so that even if something inside slides out or rolls and hits the inside of the door, this isn't going to swing open. Right above me, for cooking, this is a really nice thing to have. We've got a vent fan. So what this will do is two reasons. One, for cooking, for steam or whatever, kind of vents it all out, smells, right? If you're cooking something fragrant, gets that out. Or if we have the screen door closed here, we've got the screens out back, windows open, something like that, and you want to get some air movement through here, we can snap the fan, go to on, and we snap this little lever here to on. Everything opens automatically and the fan comes on, just like that. We've got a fan speed right here. There's off, and then I believe there's 3 settings. Yes, 3 speed settings right there, as well as a temperature setting over here. So cooler, it's going to come on, right? So you set it to cooler, it's going to try to keep it cooler in here. Set it warmer, it's going to try to keep it warmer in here. So really cool to have. And then just to shut it all down, if you just want the vent, turn it off and leave everything open, or turn the fan off, turn the switch off, everything will shut itself down and close itself up. But down below here, first thing is our sink. You'll see that there is a little bit of pink liquid in here. That is your antifreeze, the antifreeze for the whole plumbing system. So this comes up, we run our faucet just with this little handle here. Again, it's still winterized, so I don't want to start running things right this second. There's no real water in there. It's just antifreeze. Right beside that, we do have your 2-burner stovetop. This runs on propane. They are these are both Dometic, so a really well-known brand name. So you just like any type of camping stove or gas grill or anything, you just turn it on, hit the starter, fires up. This opening up like this, frying anything like that, kind of saves your walls from some of the mess of cooking. But and you also don't want to close it with the flame on. Moving back to the driver's side, again keeping with the cooking theme, the galley side, we do have these little travel locks right here, so we want to open those. Then we have our fridge, just opens just like that, and then our freezer, same thing. I mean, I can open them so you can see the inside if you want. It's a pretty big freezer and fridge combo. All right, so as we move down here in the kitchen galley area, we do have our microwave. It is a drawer style microwave. So as I said earlier, we do need to have the generator running for this to work. So we turn on the generator. It takes about a minute or two for everything to come up to speed, and then once we have that all going, we actually can use our microwave. And then our generator as well, or our air conditioner, I should say, will also be active, all controlled through our climate control right over here. Really cool thing on the kitchen side here, ton of storage. All of these drawers are large. You do actually have a silverware holder. You got another remote for the rear TV, and I'll show you how to use the TV in just a second. This remote right here is actually for all your automatic shades in the vehicle. So essentially you just click whichever one you want. They're all labeled, and then press and hold the up or down button. So essentially you want to, if you want the night shade in the driver's side rear, you just press that button and then press and hold the down button and everything will go down. You want to go back up, do the exact opposite. Press and hold, go back up. So then got even more really deep storage here. Great for pots and pans or whatever you need. All the way back here. This one actually has a really cool feature in it. It does have a trash can and a paper towel holder. Looks like we have another remote hiding in there. We'll close that, and then even more storage all the way down at the bottom, using as much of this space as possible for storage, so your long trips can be done in comfort and with whatever you need. On the driver's side, we do have our bathroom. This is the full enclosed wet bath. I will let the videographer come up here and I'll open the door so you can actually get a good look without the door in the way. So you do have a shower and toilet in there. A little towel rack on the door itself. This hose, this right here, actually comes up and hooks up here. You do have a little vent in here, so for to vent out the steam, certainly can do that. You just press up, press this button, press up there, press this button, fan starts, and when you're done, pull it down. Do the reverse. Do have a soap dispenser, soap, and then obviously shampoo, conditioner, whatever you like. The toilet paper does close, so you do have some protection over that, so you're not worried about that, as well as a shower curtain back here. So you can shut this and have some room in there. So that's the shower as well as the bathroom. I'll move out of the way again. Closes just like that. So now we're back in the lounge area. So we've got seat belts all around, and then this whole area also turns into your bed. So first thing, I suppose I'll start right here. This is your climate control. So air conditioner, heat, all that stuff controlled right through here. Me and the technician will do a far more in-depth walkthrough on this while you were here and taking delivery. But essentially, you turn the power on, set your temperature, and then it'll take a minute or two. So right now, generator's not running, so AC isn't going to kick on. So if you turn it way down, AC won't kick on. It doesn't have the power without the generator running, or shore power. If you have shore power, you're at a campground, that will turn on without the generator running. If you turn it up, it's cold out, turn the heat up, it will work without the generator. It's just you got to turn it up high enough, and then you'll hear the furnace actually kick on, and then you'll hear the fan kick on and actually start blowing hot air. If you turn it off, it will take a second or two to cool itself down, so it'll still keep blowing air after you turn it off for a minute or two. Nothing crazy. So that's all controlled right through here. Like I said, we'll go over in depth with that when you guys get here. So TV number 2, I know I didn't go over the front one. I figured I'd do it once. So you can just use it as it sits right here, not move it at all. If you do want to move it, swivel it around, we've got this little lever down here. You pull on it, you hear it unclick, and then you can kind of swivel it around. Move it forward, backwards, and it all comes back just like that, locks back in place. So really easy. The reason the lock's there so it doesn't swivel around while you're going down the road. Then you'll see we have some USBs on both sides here, so we can plug in our, everything takes USB these days, so your phones, your computers, whatever you need, all covered in. Right under here, you got 2 USBs on this side, 2 on that side. You'll see you've got a couple plugs back here too. These are your coffee maker. The one that I said lights up over there with the coffee, this is that plug. That will allow you to plug in a coffee maker up here. But if you're not hooked up to shore power or running your inverter, if you want to use your TVs, you do need to turn on your inverter. So if the generator, shore power not plugged in, not running, inverter needs to be turned on for this to run, which is that little box that I pointed out earlier. So that kind of covers most of this stuff. We do have some switches right here. So we do have bathroom lights. We do have our water pump right here. So if we turn that on, you'll actually hear it run a little bit. Might be a little hard for us to hear, but we do have our galley light right here, and then accent lights, which are everything above the cabinetry, which is really nice. If you shut everything else off, leaves you a little bit of light there. That's all the switches over here. We got 2 more switches under here. So if we snap this one on, we got a light right here. That's this switch right here. And then this switch right here is actually for the bed. So we press that, you'll see the bed starts to move up and down. So if we press here, this all comes down. I'll lay it down for you. Lays down flat, just like that. And then I'm gonna have to switch places with the videographer, and I'll put these ottomans together and show you the full bed. All right, so I did put those 2 pieces of the bed down in the back. The whole couch part is laid down. You can push the buckles all the way through the couch. I didn't for this, just so I didn't have to pull them back up, but you can push those all the way down. And I do know you have some memory foam to go over the top of this. I have that inside. But to get the ottomans out, the way we do this, I'm going to do it on the passenger side. You just repeat the exact same process on the driver's side. So one thing you do need is, so this is like an extension to the countertop. You do need these to come out. It'll get in the way if it is not out. So all you do is you pick up here and you pull straight out. And it just lays straight down. And this side does the exact same thing. We pull this up and pull straight out on it. Obviously, I'm in the way, so it won't do it. But then this all comes together, and I'll back up, put it together, and show you how it looks. All right, so that is the bed all the way together. Like I said, your head would go towards the rear of the vehicle or side to side, depending on how you want to lay. But then the ottomans here would be the feet side of the bed. And that is the whole thing together. So huge bed. Very, very comfortable. Like I said, you do have your memory foam to go over the top to make it even more comfortable for you. And with it down, if you were going to leave it down, if you're only going to travel with you and one other person, you could leave it down, and you even still have space underneath the bed for storage if you do want to store more stuff under there. And still have full access to everything up front here. So it's really nice. Really nice to be able to do all of that, leave the bed in place, don't have to worry about it if you're not going to do much entertaining or anything out back there outside of sleep. Then that kind of covers most of the stuff in here. So all your cabinetry up here, all very, very similar to the stuff below. It's all got the same locks, really heavy duty hinges. Everything inside is all carpeted, goes all the way back, all the way around. Very, very similar. The one really cool one is that one all the way in the back. It's super, super deep. I recommend that one for like bedding. If you are going to put the bed up every day, put the bedding away every day, that's a good spot for it. It's really, really deep closet. So that kind of covers the Interstate Grand Tour that you guys will be taking delivery of. So if you do have any questions, let me know. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. So I look forward to it. I'm excited for you guys. And you can reach me at 207-510-2286. Thanks.